Hey, yo, okay, what is up, YouTube? Alright, yes, it's been a minute, so I guess I got some explaining to do on why it took us so long to get this video out here, but I'll get into that like right now, so let's say now. Alright, so, I was going through some stuff, so I wasn't in the best of moods. It's really not that big a deal. Like, I blew it way out of proportion, but I mean, it is what it is, so I wasn't in the best of moods, and, that on top of not still not being completely comfortable on YouTube, doing the videos and everything, getting my feet under me, all that stuff. Maybe not in such a hurry to, put out another video. But I started thinking a couple days ago, like, yo, bro, like, get your shit together. Like, why you not doing this? Like, you started this thing because it was supposed to be fun. Just a chill, little easy creative outlet for you so you could, just sit down and talk about the games you like. So stop being, like, relaxed, like, chill out. So that's what I'm doing, I'm back into it. Like I said, tied my shoes, stopped tripping over it, so we saw it now. It's all good. So as you can see, we got Ghost of Tsushima today. This wasn't even recently actually. I finished this game like a long ass time ago, and I'm just now doing the video for it. But yeah, solid game, fantastic. So I'm gonna get into the specifics as I go through this camp and start kebabbing these dudes real quick. One of the things that I appreciated a lot about it, and before I get into it, let me preface it by saying, I am not, like, graphically sound or whatever, like how I can say that. I don't really understand, like, the graphical hardware or whatever skills are needed to, make a game look nice. I don't know, I'm not going to pretend to. But, obviously, I do have eyes. And I can tell, and they can appreciate what still looks nice. And this game looks nice, alright? It's clean, it's real polished. I go through it, and it's funny. I was during the beginning stage of this game, when I was just getting used to how nice the graphics were and everything. I was like, man, is this actually what Japan looks like? And then I was like, okay, well, first of all, this game takes place like 100 years ago or some shit like that. So obviously, it's probably not gonna look like that now. But anyway, yeah, it sort of had me wishing I could go to Japan one day or whatever because of this game I played. But anyway, and one of the things that it's probably what I appreciated most about the graphics. I don't even know if it was on purpose, but to me it felt like it was intentional. Whenever you're like, you're riding your horse and you're, trying to get to your next destination, you can do the, go up on a D-pad and like, and you can, it'll follow the wind and it'll tell you where to go. I don't know if the wind is just set on like, the fastest path, or I don't know how it's done. I didn't do the tutorial after I saw it the first time, but if you follow the wind, it doesn't always keep you on the road, so sometimes you might, go through a patch of grass that's like, not on the road, or you might go over a hill, you might go over a frozen lake, whatever it may be. The fastest path or most optimal path, or whatever the one they give you, might not be the one just with just the road. So, and I think that was because they wanted to, highlight, the environment, show you how stunning everything is. I'm telling you, man, like, if you on your horse and you follow that wind and you go through a patch of grass that has that sunlight hitting at just the right spot, and you get a picture of that, I'm telling you, it's gonna have you feeling like Picasso. You're gonna want to submit that piece to a museum or something like that. It looks that nice. The only game so far on PS5 that beats Ghost of Tsushima with graphics, in my opinion, is the New Horizon Forbidden West that I'm playing right now. So when I tell you this is good, Ghost of Tsushima is good. Forbidden West is next level. Nah, fuck that. It's not even next level. It's like 3 levels ahead of it. Same thing with the sunlight on that one. It's crisp. But anyway, so like, that's the first plus. It looks nice, and I'm not big on graphics. I don't really care, but I know some people are. But like I said, if you want something nice to look at, this is one of them. So it's a good piece for that. You will not be disappointed in that respect. The next thing I want to mention is the gameplay itself. And specifically right now, I'm going to stealth, and then afterwards, I'll go into just regular like combat, like what I'm doing right now. Before I played this game, this was like years ago when I watched this video, and someone told me it was like, yeah, the game's good and I like it, but the stealth thing, I wish they didn't have it, because it kind of takes my experience away from it. But what I mean to say is I can kind of see that and get it. I don't totally agree with it. I mean, the stealth is cool. It's not 100% necessary, but because Jin's the guy you play as. He's a samurai. He's not a ninja, or at least that's not how he's trained or grown up or raised to be. At first he's not. He's a samurai. They have that whole code of honor or thing that they live by and everything. So he's not meant to be scheming, sneaking, and you stabbing dudes in the back. He's not about that life. And they actually call attention to that in the story, and that's definitely something I appreciate. I always respect when the gameplay is having an effect on the story. So he's having this huge inner struggle. Like the first time you stealth kill someone, he's like, man, my uncle would be so disappointed in me. It's not how I'm supposed to be. It's not how I was raised. I ain't built for this. But at the same time, as the game goes on, he progresses and realizes, wow, well, maybe them's the old ways, and that's not gonna get it done no more. I gotta be like this if I'm gonna save my people. So that was nice to see. But I mean, what I liked about it most was that you do have the option. I mean, yes, it's there, but this game is totally playable, and you'll get by just fine without doing stealth. There are missions that, yeah, you do have to use it because, you get caught, or whatever's happening at the time of the story. If you get caught, yeah, you fail, you have to restart over, but those did not happen much. It wasn't a big deal. So, and that's just me, because I'm like, my whole life I've been like trashed at like any type of stealth game. I tried to play Splinter Cell when I was like, what, like 8, and I never figured out how to do it. I didn't have the patience for it. I got caught every time. So you will never see me on something like that, or any type of Metal Gear game, anything like that. That's not me. So having the option to put a stealth on the back burner was something that I liked, because all the games so far they have like that stealth. Yeah, I guess he sort of went towards more of a ninja like towards the end of the game, being the ghost and everything, but it was just cool, having a different type of experience with that samurai. Up until this point, I don't think there were many, at least none that I played, like actual samurai games. But so yeah, so with that, the developers over at Sucker Punch putting stealth on the back burner, like not a heavy emphasis on there, that really gave the actual swordplay combat a moment to shine, and it shined like bright like a star. I know I'm being cheesy with similes and shit like that, but I'm just saying that's how I can explain it to you. It's good. The realism of swinging the sword in the different stances that you can see when you go through it. There's like 4 different stances, I think, and each of them relate to a different type of opponent that you have to fight. That, I think, was really important, and what at first I thought was going to get repetitive, actually, to their credit, they made it work. Because like on the surface, like I said, you got the 4 stances, each of them coordinate to a different type of enemy. So when you're fighting different people, you got to switch between stances and adjust your combat styles based on what's going on. So that, along with throwing different types of enemies at you, and the enemies don't wait for you to finish combat, like finish fighting with one person before they'll jump in on you, so you always have to be on your toes. The way they made this work was like, they didn't put you in a box in the sense that you always had to be aware of your surroundings and aware of the people in them. Because on the surface, the combat is, like I said, it's actually extremely repetitive. You only have the 4 different stances that apply to the different types of enemies you face, but all the combos in all the stances are all the same. You know, you have your light and heavies, but you know every stance has like a 3-hit square combo, or like a a 3-hit triangle combo, or a hold triangle and then press 2 more buttons, whatever. It's all the same. It really is. But it never felt like, I never got tired of doing it, if that makes any sense, because like I said, you know, all the enemies are different, situations are different, so you have to adjust and stay on your toes and be aware of everything that's happening. And that constant, you know, shifting of, you know, priorities and circumstances, it kept the game alive. You know, it kept me focused, and basically never a dull moment with the combat. See, like I said, he went away and he hurried to get his ass kicked. So, with the combat being solid, stealth being okay, I mean, it's there, but not a necessity, so you can live without it. Trust me, I did, because like I said, I'm bad at it. But with all that, the main thing that takes the gameplay to the next level, in my opinion, was all your options. And by the options, I mean the ghost weapons, because you know you got your your bows and arrows, the kunais, the powder bombs, the smoke bombs, all that stuff. It does, if you use them all like correctly and like frequently, and the way that optimally to get the most use out of all of them, you will feel like an unstoppable badass. I'm telling you. My personal favorite was using the smoke bomb. Like, and this is when I'm in the middle of like heavy combat. Like, I got a bunch of dudes around me. I'm in the middle of like 3, 5, 6 dudes, whatever it may be, and so I'll throw a smoke bomb down. And this is after you gotta get the upgrade to do like a couple stealth moves or stealth takedowns in a row. Chain takedown, that's what it's called. My bad. You gotta get that upgrade and do those, and then so you throw down a smoke bomb, and you can kill like 3 enemies in a row. Just like that. I did it wrong. Holy fuck, I messed it up. Anyway, you get my point. Like, this is why I need to get a PC and like just start recording gameplay and talking over it. But I'm broke, so that's not gonna happen yet. But anyway, just use every tool at your disposal. Make sure you're using everything right, effectively, and it's gonna open a bunch of new doors for you as far as gameplay wise. You can't go wrong with that. So I appreciate that with the limited number of I appreciate that Sucker Punch is able to make it work with the limited or minimalistic gameplay, I guess you could say, and make it feel like you have, like, we're never in a box. Making you feel like you had a bunch of options and it never got boring. I think that was impressive for, like I said, for keeping something so surface level as far as the combat goes. Unless you are doing something like a duel, in which case everything I just said about smoke bombs, kunais, your bow and arrow, ghost weapons, all that shit goes out the window, because when a duel, it's literally just you and your sword. So if you are not good at swords, like swordplay, you are gonna die. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. I like the duels. Duels are pretty much just regulated boss fights. So they were necessary and they were cool. Actually, I enjoyed them. The only reason I might sound a little standoffish towards them was because they're hard, bro. They are so hard. I can think of only literally 2 duels that I actually completed first try. Everything else, everybody else, I got literally dice like a tomato every time I played because they move so fast, and some of them came before I actually got used to using the sword and everything. So I wasn't as adept at the game yet. I wasn't that good at it, but yeah, man, like it's not easy. They are not easy. The only ones I beat were like one random dude in like some swamp or something, and like the final boss guy when you fight him at the end. And I was actually surprised at how easy that was. So by the end of the game, when the duels get easy, I guess that's saying something because I don't know if I just got that good. I was starting to get nice with it, or maybe he was just a sucky villain. I don't know. But anyway, duels are where the swordplay reaches the peak. And they're really cinematic, you know, and that's what I love most about it. Anytime you do a duel, like it's got some dope ass background music, the cameras is going crazy, like the presentation of it is just, it's just like out of this world. I couldn't ask for anything better in that respect. So yes, they're hard, but they're where the game is like at its best. But is that all I got? I think, yeah, that is all I got, you know? Overall, what can I say, man? I know I sound like a fanboy, because I am, but it's the reason that Sony's first-party games are so anticipated with every release that they do, because they did it again. They're doing their shit. They're getting it right. I know I've been saying, like, in all my videos, I've been saying, like, the game, I've been using cinematic a lot, and I think that's a good thing, because these games, like these exclusives that they're doing, they have a sense of gravitas. I'll say. I want to sound fancy. I'll say gravitas. That's like French, I think. The spectacle of it all. It really makes me appreciate, and it makes me appreciate, you know, video games as an art form. You know, reinforces my love for them. You know, I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's the truth. It really is. These games from Sony's first-party studios are what make me like gaming so much. So yeah, that's Ghost of Tsushima. Easy pickup if you want something to play. It's not long either, so it'll keep you busy for a while. As long as you want it to, honestly, because there's a bunch of side content that I didn't do, but the story still kept me busy for a good amount of time too. So just a little random tidbit that don't really mean nothing, but it is what it is. But yeah, definitely pick this up if you can. You will not be disappointed. This is a good time. But that's it. That's all I got. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I got like I said, you know, it's been months, so I've still been gaming and everything. I just haven't been doing no videos. I could literally do my next one like right now after this, and I honestly would if I wasn't like ass at time management and had time to do it right now. But so my next video is gonna be Watch Dogs Legion, and it'll come out a lot sooner than it won't be no month break like I had like this time. It'll be quick. I'm on my shit this time. I'm back at it. So expect to hear from me again soon. But that's it, y'all. Deuces.